Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell, and you're watching the 6th episode of Dissecting Trek. On this episode, I'll be dissecting the 5th episode of the original series of Star Trek, The Enemy Within.
What can I do for you, Jim?
I said give me the brandy!
So this episode opens up with an exotic alien, and by exotic alien I mean a dog in an alien suit. And by a dog in an alien suit I mean a dog in a furry suit?
I should make a good specimen.
It's just got horns on it and more fur than the dog would have.
That's nippy.
So one of the crew members is transported up and he has a metal alloy on his uniform and it destroys the transporter in some way.
Magnetic. Decontaminate that uniform.
Yes, sir.
Which leads to this.
Due to the malfunction of the ship's transporter, an unexplained duplicate of myself exists.
Holy shit!
Captain, are you all right, sir? Can I give you a hand, sir?
Surely you'd report that behavior to somebody, it's completely obscure.
Captain?
So then evil Kirk breaks into Yeoman's room and scoffs at her artwork. I mean, it's a shit representation of cubism or surrealism, but still, you know, he's evil, I guess, but it's a little harsh. I mean, she's trying, you know, give her a break.
Don't fight me, Janice.
Kids, no means no. In all seriousness though, this attempted rape scene takes it pretty far.
Just a minute!
I feel like attempted rape scenes have been watered down a lot in modern day media.
You started hurting me. I had to fight you, scratch your face.
Yeoman.
Well, Kirk's going to jail for attempted rape. The system is balanced in favor of women.
What is it, Scotty? Transporter breakdown, sir. Continue circuit testing.
They just keep on carting this dog around as a prop. Surely somebody realized it was extremely comical. Maybe they did and just, let's chuck it in. Who cares? So evil Kirk is wearing mascara? Because makeup makes people evil. So Shatner gets a lot of slack for hamming it up, and don't get me wrong, he hams it up alright.
Captain Kirk! I'm Captain Kirk!
But I feel like in the context of this outrageous, ridiculous 60s sci-fi show with the dog dressed up as an alien and these weird sets and these political premises, that Shatner's way of acting really works. I mean, I would much rather that than all these actors nowadays who just phone in their performance and get a big paycheck. You gotta realize too that this was the early days of television and a lot of actors got their chops through theatre, and Shatner did a lot of Shakespearean acting. And obviously when you're on the stage you're a lot further away from the audience, there's no close-up of your face, so you have to over-exaggerate and ham it up like this. So once they realize that the transporter divided Kirk into two people, they don't want to transport anybody else up, because obviously it will happen to them. Now Sulu and a few other scientists were still down on this planet, and once it becomes nighttime on this planet, the temperature drops below freezing.
On the planet, condition critical. Surface temperature is 75 degrees below zero. Still dropping.
So I guess at this point in the series they didn't have shuttlecrafts, otherwise obviously it'd be easy just to duck down and pick them all up. Although I'm pretty sure I remember an episode in the original series where shuttlecrafts existed.
Launch shuttlecraft.
Either way, maybe the writers just didn't figure out that the Enterprise had shuttlecrafts by this point in the production of the show. That was clearly cut there. This episode does briefly bring up some cool issues regarding ambition and aggression being a positive manner in progressing through life. When Kirk gets divided into two, his evil half has all the aggression and ambition, and his good side can't lead the crew properly, can't make decisions. And I like that little commentary saying that, you know, that masculine aggressiveness and ambition is helpful in life circumstances.
We all have our darker side. We need it. It's half of what we are. It's not really ugly. It's human.
Human.
Yes, human. A lot of what he is makes you the man you are.
So obviously there's a lot of Kirk versus Kirk fight scenes. You have to do that if you have good Kirk and evil Kirk. And I think you have to give him credit for how well executed these scenes are, considering that all they were utilising was a stunt double and good editing. There was no CGI, no split screens, nothing like that.
Can you give us a status report, Captain? Temperature's still dropping. Now 41 degrees below zero.
Personally, I wouldn't cuddle up with George Wandering Hands Takei.
In the deepening scandal over sexual misconduct in the US entertainment industry by Star Trek actor George Takei, who's accused of acting inappropriately with a male model in the early 80s.
Oh my.
Or should I say, George allegedly Wandering Hands Takei.
You can use that brandy now. In fact, I'll join you.
I have to take him back. Inside myself.
Okay, now Kirk's starting to sound like Takei. So then they kill the dog.
He's dead, Jim.
So Kirk basically loses all ability to make decisions, making him unable to command, really. And there's a few moments where Spock asks him if he wants to relinquish his command. And Kirk says no. I kept on thinking, why doesn't Spock just take it off of him? I mean, they can do that. Spock is a logical fella, that's his shtick. He should just be like, alright, you're out, I'm in the big chair.
Help me. Somebody. Make the decision.
Are you relinquishing your command, Captain?
No.
In conclusion, I think there are two grouped episodes of the original series of Star Trek. The really outlandish, crazy ones, and the boring ones. And I think that this episode just falls into the outlandish ones. I think it has all the aspects of an original series episode that works and feels entertaining and not boring. Thank you for watching, and it'd really help out if you could like, subscribe, and in the comments tell me how I got all the facts wrong and how my opinion is null and void. Good night.